Good evening, everybody. I'm doing well. I want to say hello to everybody. I'm Bob. Some of you know me as a friend of yours. Some of you know me as Chaplain Bob, because you watch the Daily Dose of Hope all the time. Some of you were acquaintances from school. Just want to say everything's going good. I'm giving you my journey, my acute stroke journey, part 6 tonight. And I want to keep it very brief for you and let you know that God has created a miracle and is continuing to create a miracle. I was firmly, I felt so good about that while I was even in the emergency room going on now 14 days ago. And imagine this Wednesday will be the 3rd week since the stroke. And so I know that God created this miracle. I'm not quite sure why and what he's going to do with it, but I know that I'm ready to be part of testimony. I'm ready to be a part of whatever he wants me to do with this particular miracle that he's created. So there's a few things that came to mind. A friend of mine who lives here in the subdivision here in the village had posted Psalm 103 verses 5 actually, and I looked at this, and this is a psalm of David when he's been elderly. I'm not elderly, I'm still young, but I was thinking about this verse and sharing it with you. Verse 1, all that I am, praise the Lord. Everything in me, praise his holy name. My whole being, praise the Lord, and do not forget all his kindness. Verse 3, he forgives all my sins and heals all my diseases. And as I looked at that, even though my friend posted verse 5, I looked at these 3 verses and I thought, this is me tonight. I'm so grateful to God for what he's done. And I know that many of you have been praying. You can see over here on the side of the screen, I've got some reminders for you. People have been asking, what can they do for me during this time? And of course, the number one thing is to continue to pray. Please continue to pray. Don't stop that. Make sure that that's part of your what you're doing for me on a daily basis. I'm just turning off my Wi-Fi because it's not working properly. Please continue to pray for me, especially this Wednesday. I have my first post-hospital appointment with my neurologist and my cardiologist. So please say a prayer that everything goes well. They're still trying to find out. I think I'm going to find out maybe on Wednesday how this was all caused. We're not sure. It wasn't my heart. It wasn't my thyroid. I mentioned that last time. It wasn't anything in my jugular vein. So we'll find out. Second thing is you can send Bible verses. Many people have been doing this. They've been sending Bible verses to me. That encourages me throughout the day as I'm taking 30 days of rest. That's what my doctors asked me to do. In fact, what I've noticed is when I don't rest, when I don't take time to just relax and rest, that's when I start to feel agitated and I don't feel as good. So send me those Bible verses so that I can use my phone to look those up, and it also helps me for future Daily Dose of Hope someday. Give. People have still been asking, how can I give? And that's great. We appreciate that, not only for the ministry, but we know that many people are wanting to give to our family right now during this time because of the medical costs. Yeah, God provided 100% of the entire hospital stay. God provided that through people like you. But we do have medical costs now with my medication. I'm on 3 different medications every day, a blood thinner. I'm taking a cholesterol pill every single day. And I'm also taking a pill that it causes my brain to stop swelling. It's normal for a stroke patient to have that. It's called cytochlorine, and it's quite costly. So you can be praying for that. And that will be only something I'll do for about 60 to 90 days, they tell me. So And then other people are just wondering how they can give, and that's through Venmo and Zelle. But if you'd like to give through BDO, I'll also have that down in the chat area or up on the top of the screen. Encouraging notes. A lot of people have been writing me encouraging notes, sending me. One of my good friends in California, Sherwin Durham, he's been sending me, Coach Sherwin, he's been sending me daily devotions. So continue to do that, encouraging notes, messages, and phone calls. I love phone calls. While I'm up there resting, it's always a good thing just to kind of connect with people. But I want to leave you with this as we kind of wrap things up, is that you have made a big difference in praying. God has heard your prayers, and I'm doing better every day. I'm still not to 100% yet, but thankfully through this acute stroke, which was originally misdiagnosed as a tertiary ischia attack, which is not a stroke. It's a type of blockage in your brain, but it's not a stroke. Well, I was misdiagnosed with that, and eventually they, a couple days later at a different hospital, I was diagnosed with this acute stroke. And I'm just so thankful that your prayers went out for days, and God heard those prayers. And just like it says in verse 3, he forgives all my sins and he heals all my diseases. He heals everything that's going on in my life. So thank you so much for your prayers and your just sharing this with people, maybe at Whittier Christian, or sharing it with people that I did life with for many years in the business world. Even those of you that are, part of Saddleback Church and such, thank you for sharing this. Many people are continuing to contact me, and I've talked to people I haven't talked to in like 35 years, so I'm very grateful for everybody that's making contact with me. It makes a big difference. Thank you so much. We'll see you the next time I give you an update, maybe in a couple of days. All right? God bless you all. Let's listen to a little Skyly Shay as we kind of lead things out tonight.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you, unseen, you're not